Ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally arrived. I'm going to be reacting to the entirety of the Lillywhite sessions by the Dave Matthews Band. And man, am I excited. I suppose if you are new to the channel, new to my DMB journey, you should have this disclaimer up front. There's a handful of tracks that I've already reacted to and heard from the Lillywhite sessions before. But the thing is, right, even though this isn't a completely first-time reaction or a complete blind reaction, there is a staggering difference between hearing a few songs in isolation or in the context of other DMB tracks than it is to hear an album from start to finish, or a concert from start to finish, or in this case, a bootlegged recording session from start to finish. All of the surrounding context adds to the experience. It gives me more of an idea of what musical mental space they were in, by the time we get to the fourth track in this recording session. And I don't know, there's so much that I could say about why listening to albums and recording sessions from start to finish makes the most sense when you finally want to get your hands real dirty. But, I probably don't have to convince you. I just wanted to give you the disclaimer up front. And additionally, a different kind of disclosure I want to provide is, for me, I am super biased towards dark music, melodic music, melancholic music, and a lot of what I've heard already in the Lillywhite sessions have tugged at those very specific heartstrings. And maybe it just stems from, me as a young lad, a younger burgeoning music listener. A lot of the music I heard was alt rock, metal with sad melodies. I was the odd one out in my friend group. Musically, nobody, even now in my close friend group, really listened to all that I listened to. I'm always that kind of oddball character, but the thing is, it is so okay, because you get gems like this that, land on your lap at one point or another, and it just adds years to my life. So I'm really excited to be checking this out today. And that is all thanks to Craig the Playful. Seriously, Craig, thank you so much for this donation request. The amount of support that you've shown me on this channel along my DMB journey specifically, I am just so appreciative of you. So please, everybody in the comments below, if you're going to write anything, please write "Thank you, Craig." Shout this man out. Show him some love. Man, do we need more love in this world? I could ramble on, but I just want to get to the music. So let's just quickly jump in. Let's go.
Look at that girl.
This is Busted Stuff, a song that I've not heard before.
Not enough, and never too much. The woman looked just like a love. Rolling Stone gathered no moss, but leave a trail of busted stuff. I know she's gonna leave my broken heart behind her.
Oh, nice delay on that hit.
I know she's gonna leave this broken man behind her. I take what she's giving up.
What was that there? Was that a little muted acoustic strum? Kinda.
Sweet sugar lips from the hills. The woman looks just like love.
Looks just like love.
Without the care, she floats above. She got me down here looking up.
She's an angel, right?
I know she's gonna leave my broken heart behind her. I take what's
That delay does so much for my dopamine levels.
leave my broken heart behind her. I take what she's giving up. Yeah, I know she's gonna gonna leave my broken heart behind. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
See my one,
Whoa.
see my one, see my one with the love.
Oh, this is Stefan right there.
She moves so cool. She make me feel just like a fool. But inside, then the devil hides. Woman looks just like love. I know she's gonna leave my broken heart behind. I take what she's giving up. I know she's gonna leave my broken heart behind her now. I get what she's giving up. I know she's gonna leave a broken man behind.
You know, infatuation is such a real thing, and it feels like love, but it's so destructive and inadvertently toxic because usually that infatuation is not reciprocated. And in the face of unrequited love, I've seen so many stories of relationships. When I say going south, I mean like as south as you can possibly go, breaking through the earth's mantle. It is just not a recipe for success. Loving each other and putting an effort towards one another every day rather than having this imbalance. You know, it's the recipe for a healthy relationship rather than a toxic one. And he's even saying like, hey, I know you're going to leave me as a broken mess, but I'm still just so down bad for you.
He's gonna leave a broken man behind. Hey, hey, see my one, see my one, see the one for me. I know she's gonna leave my broken heart behind. Yeah, yeah,
This is super relaxing, right?
yeah.
Great way to intro the session. Oh. The background daves, the falsetto, the layering. Kind of like all the voices in your head telling you about this woman, convincing you of the path you may not need to walk on. It's cool the way those vocals were kind of blending into the sax. This is a great way to start off the session here. Busted stuff. I'll do my best to kind of keep notes, but I'm just here to vibe out. Now we got Gray Street. It's been a minute since I've heard this one.
Oh, look at how she listens. She says nothing of what she thinks. Just listens to abuses. Then by the kitchen sink. She thinks, hey, what on left of this? Only this own life. How did it end like this? On the rocks and the heart fall, and she feels the weight of life.
Da-da-da-do-do. That melody, rent free.
And she feels the weight of life, and the colors mix together to gray. almost every night. Although she swears he doesn't listen, there's hope in her that he just might. She said I pray.
Ooh, layering with the extra days.
I suppose I take it all myself to get out of this place. With some rocks in our heart for everything she wrote tonight. And one pain outside is over, and again she sees the pain, and the colors mixed together to gray on Grave Street. So cold ever again. Take what you can from your dreams, make it real and then the same. Takes the work out of the courage. She said please. There's so
Those are the moments like you cannot as easily replicate live. But then when you think about DMB live, there are so many moments live that cannot be replicated in recording sessions. It's the trade-offs, right?
got down the courage. She said please. There's someone sleeping outside my door. I live on the corner of Gray Street and the end of the world. And round and over is as hopeless as the day she came. And the man she calls her father ignores her and ignores her pain. When I walk out in the morning, when lovers say light, and all the colors mix together to gray
Dude, Carter.
on Grave Street. On Grave Street. It's Grave Street. Gotta go. Sometimes show heaven.
You know, it's so interesting, the idea of everything in your life prior was full of color, and at some point, maybe through depression or just prolonged sadness and isolation, it could be really anything. The world has now become gray. Visually, that's striking because if you think of anything grayscale, you think of devoid of juice, of energy, of emotion, of really the spice of life. And it's hard. It's hard to repaint that world, right? Because it feels like, man, if I see it all as gray, it probably was always gray to begin with. And what is the point? And you can get into these negative thought spirals. Maybe nihilism is your cup of tea at that point. And there's so much that can happen when the world starts presenting itself to you as gray. But really, it's not necessarily the world that is gray, though it could be in the extremes of cases or circumstances. It is our perspective of the world. It is those gray tinted glasses or contacts, whatever your poison is, that shapes the world, that colors the world that way. And there's a random reference that I can't even believe I'm making right now, but there was a South Park episode where I think it's Stan or Kyle, one of the two, who is just, I think they got a year older, and everything in their life was just shitty. It was just not fun. If you would listen to music, it would just sound literally like somebody farting and doing their business. That went with everything in their life, with me listening to music, eating food, the fun activities that he would used to do. The world just became gray to him. It became worse for wear. And in that specific example, I believe it was more about coming of age and being older and realizing like, man, none of this stuff really was giving me all of that much value in hindsight. But I think there's some relation there that we can draw. Any excuse to bring up South Park, I guess. The way the brass is in both headphones right now. Seems like they're favoring the fade outs. You know, anytime we get a song with Dave screams, plus points. That's Gray Street. Very bright energy in that one. Digging a ditch. This is new.
Run to your dreaming when you're alone. Unplug the TV and turn off the phone. Get heavy on with digging your ditch. Cause I'm digging on ditch where madness gets.
What a vibe.
Digging on ditch where silence lives.
Where silence lives.
Digging on ditch when I'm old. Digging on ditch when my story's told. Oh, where all these troubles that weigh down on me will rise. Run to your dreaming when you're alone. Where all these worries that hold heavy on my heart will die. Will die.
You know, this is a very meta point, but figure might as well raise it just because it's on my mind. But when I listen to the Dave Matthews Band as a reactor, there is never a good place to pause, and that is literally an artifact of their songwriting and composition. Because with reactions, you typically want to find places to pause that are after very distinct sections, right? Where the big drop happens after the chorus and things kind of mellow out. That's the moment to pause. It's like something to, like, we kind of like as a reactor, I subconsciously kind of have ingrained into my style. And the thing with the Dave Matthews Band is there's never a concrete ending. At least never would be an absolute term. I don't want to use absolutes here, but for the most part, there's never a place to pause that doesn't just interrupt the flow that you're in. So it's almost like worth it to me to just never pause in these Dave Matthews Band reactions. but I know YouTube will complain if I start to do that. So something to think about. But that is a consequence of DMB's music being such a fluid stream where you feel like the end is happening on the one and you can pause, but maybe a sax has found its way to bridge the gap. And now I don't want to pause on the beautiful sax, right? Or on the guitar. I could yap on and on. See, this is why we listen and not pause.
Will die, run to your dreaming when you're alone. Unplug the TV, turn off your phone. Get heavy on with digging your ditch. 'Cause I'm digging on ditch where madness gives. Digging on ditch where silence lives in it. Digging on ditch when I'm through. Digging this ditch, I'm digging for you. Oh, where all these disappointments that grow angry out of me will die. Where all these habits that hold heavy on my heart will die. Run to your dreaming when you're alone. Not what you should be or what you've become.
I'm loving these lyrics.
Just get heavy on with digging your ditch. 'Cause I'm digging on ditch where madness gives a bit. Digging on ditch where silence lives. Where all these troubles that weigh down on me will rise. Will rise. Will rise.
The panning, right? The sounds emerge in different places.
Rise, run to your dreaming when you're alone. Unplug the TV, turn off your phone. Get heavy on with digging your ditch.
Oh, that is lovely. Wow, a bit of sax into that faded crackle. Man, this song, love the vibe, so relaxing, the tempo, the bounce. Dave's performance here, it's very intimate, right? And I love how self-aware this song is lyrically. And the thing is, like, when you think about the lyrics more in depth, the digging of the ditch, it's almost like a place that we go to process our emotions and deal with ourselves and try to rectify the inner turmoil that we have in any of the ways, emotionally, spiritually, however you're being afflicted. You have that ditch that you're digging yourself, the effort of being with yourself and not distracting oneself from that confrontation, right? Because you always need to be able to confront yourself to understand what those emotions are in any given moment, but oftentimes we choose to ignore the problem, right? Brush it under the rug, leave it for another day. If that thought comes into our mind, maybe it's time we listen to music and distract our thoughts away. I know for me, I am a massive victim of that, doing that to myself. Like, I have things to think about. They're hard thoughts. I know they can improve my life, but I need to distract myself because it is just too hard. But if you're able to do it, if you're able to put in the hard work to dig that ditch into the earth, even though it feels all for naught. It's painstaking work, and on the surface it looks like there's very little reward. Being in that safe space with yourself, without the distractions of the world, is where you can find who you are. Yeah, that's a beautiful song. Let's jump into the next one here. Sweet Up and Down. I don't think I've heard this one yet. Oh, Carter's doing this stuff. Let's change the lights. Ooh, red now.
Short to take all this, not true, and what's more, life's too short to mind, just keep on.
It's got a playful energy.
Down, unturning her cheek, inside out her meek little pose, dirty little girl, climbs out of the
nice falsetto. I believe in love, but my heart is the one turning me down. So I have this belief, but I'm holding myself back. That's interesting. And also I like how this song is like talking a little bit about like the cyclical nature of life, that sweet up and down, the hills and the valleys of how we exist. Some days are way better than others, let me tell you.
Love, I think it's just fine on the sweet up and down. Go, 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 down, 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 down. Go, 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 down, 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 down. Piggy turns to me. Piggy needs to eat like us all. Not far from the beast. Man sits down to feast on the spoils of the sweet up and down. I believe in love, and believe it's my heart that keeps turning me down. I believe in love, I think it's just fine on the sweet up and down BT.
Wow. This is the first time Boyd has really stepped up in this.
Up and down, inside out, outside in. Some you lose, some you win for us all. Up and down we go. Bad times chose us all once or twice on the sweet up and down. I believe in love, but said nothing about it when you.
It's interesting to hear like who is doing that down, now, because it's not only the sax, which is more obviously heard in your left headphone, but it is also subtly in the bass here. And I've been noticing so far in the Lillywhite sessions, we've heard moments of Stefan like make his way through the mix, but it's usually just moments. Otherwise, he's pretty far in the background, which is interesting.
But said nothing about it when you're not around. I believe in love. I think you're just fine on the sweet up and down. I believe in love. I believe in my heart that keeps turning me down. I believe in love. I think you're just fine on the sweet up and down.
sax shred and the Boyd. Dude, Boyd is going so fast. And the abrupt ending, because this was like the fastest paced song out of everything we've heard so far. I'd say Sweet Up and Down first in terms of its pacing and that like climax that we kind of got at the end there, and then probably Gray Street. Wow. And the way that Boyd's violin was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here, and then there was so much saxophone shred here. It is a crazy set of musical textures to try to understand at the same time. I don't know the way your brain works when you think about music, but some people can hear music in parallel, like they can do parallel processing and hear very specifically all of the sax notes, and then on the right side hear very specifically all of the violin. I'm in a hybrid place right now. In the past, I certainly used to be only capable of listening to one element at a time, but as I've even done more reactions on the channel and just listened to music in my life, I've gotten better at being able to do that parallel processing. But for these textures, the strings and the like stepping stones of sax notes, that is a harder combination to do that parallel processing for. This is real good. JTR time. And I think we actually have reacted to this version of JTR. Though I'm forgetting how this version went relative to the other lives I've heard.
I drink you all. For every drop of you is sacred, and every drop I drink you up. You fill my car.
Wow, Carter's going crazy.
Laugh eyes of a child lean on me, you fill me up. You make me love. So unconditionally generous to me, you give me love and break my heart. You slip, you fall, I pick you up and dust you off. You break my heart. Rain, rain, rain down on me again and again. Rain down on me.
What a unique melody in that chorus.
For what is mine is yours, no better use is there for what I've got. Take all you want, and only hope can I, you won't deny your love for me, my love. No, don't cry, it's too high. I lift you up, we make it. When I was so tired, you come along to wake me time and time again and again. With a smile you save me, child. Oh, rain.
Wow.
Down on me again and again. Rain down on me.
Just like what an insanely unique melody that is. Like out of all, I think now this is the 5th song we've heard on the Lillywhite sessions. That chorus melody is the most unique from a music theory perspective, but also relative to the other chorus melodies we've heard. Like, who thinks to put that melody together, right? It is hard for me. Like, I have to really reach in my bag and spend more time researching my own existing discography to find melodies like this. It's not every day. This is like, I don't know, I would probably say like melodies like this exist in like a percent of the bulk of music that is out there. It is so different than what you hear.
Rain play our cards, and I question by the grace of what we play our cards at all. Come fill me out.
Pause.
Oh, fill me, love, when I'm empty, when I'm all dried up. No, don't cry if it's too high. I lift you up, we make it up. I was so tired. You come along to wake me, time and time again and again. With a smile, you save me, child. Oh, oh, oh.
Cool from Stefan. A lot of interesting things happening in this mud below us. Ooh.
Rain down on me again and again. Rain down on me.
It's like, how did we get here? But the thing is, we heard a section like this earlier, but everything we hear in that like 2-minute middle is so different. It feels like, how could we ever return to this? Oh, the horror. The horror. And then you get like the Santana kind of rhythm. Insane. Insane. And the ending of that song, it almost feels like if you had a jazz marching band rather than like the standard, overall pretty boring concert marching bands that are out there. I don't know about you guys. Like, I used to be in concert band in school, and then I joined jazz band. Jazz band was infinitely more fun for me. I never joined marching band. I would not be caught dead. No shade to anybody who's actually been in marching band before. It is difficult. I know that. But yeah, I pivoted to guitar for a reason. Wow. That whole ending just like threw me for a loop in the best possible way. Bit of nostalgia in there, as well as just how much is happening. It is so chaotic. It's almost like a musical circus. And I'll just leave you with a random thought here before we jump into Big Eyed Fish. There's a band called Sleep Token. You guys may have heard of them, please don't be deterred by all of the crazy fanboys out there for that artist. If you can, maybe avoid some of the fans of Sleep Token. Some people are just crazy. It's a small percentage, of course, but you don't want to cross those people. But from me to you, I would hope you guys view me as maybe a normal, like, well-intentioned fan of Sleep Token. Worth checking out their song Rain. The lyric "Rain Down on Me," a bunch of times sung by Dave here, reminds me of Rain by Sleep Token, part of their Take Me Back to Eden album. I will recommend Sleep Token to you guys as many times as it takes to convince you to listen to a few of their pieces. Yeah, let's not get too distracted though. Let's jump back into the good stuff.
Story of a man who decided not to breathe. Turned red, purple, then blue, colorful indeed.
Wow, that melody.
Begged, well, he would not concede, and now he's dead. You see, 'cause everybody knows you got to breathe. But oh God, under the weight of
I love this melody so much.
Brighter on the other side. Lighter on the other side.
This like very light, plucked, almost like ukulele. Oh wow, does it create such a cool atmosphere here. I'm gonna pull it back real far. I like this.
Not to breathe, turned red, purple, then blue, colorful indeed. No matter how his friends begged, well, he would not concede, and now he's dead. You see, 'cause everybody
the slide on that
knows you
falsetto
got to
note.
breathe.
What a
But
combo.
oh God, under the weight of life, things seem brighter on the other side. Lighter on the other side.
Just ending on the root is so smart.
Another one, see this monkey sitting in his tree. One day decided to climb down, run off to the city. Look at him now, tired and drunk, living in the street, as good as dead. You see, a monkey should know, stay up your tree. But
Wow.
oh God, under
Wow.
the weight of life, things seem brighter on the other side. Oh God, but under the weight of life, things seem much lighter on the other side. No.
All the right moments are being all the right melodic moments are being accentuated by the various instruments, whether it's the sax or the strings or the guitar or the drums. It is all in service to this gorgeous melody. I'm so biased towards this.
God, under the weight of life, things seem brighter on the other side. Oh God, but under the weight of life, things seem
Oh, you hear Stefan
lighter
too.
on the other side. No.
Oh, he just pulls it up like that. Yeah, this is the one.
Another one, a big-eyed fish swimming in the sea. How he dreamed he wants to be a bird.
This is my favorite.
Swooping, diving through the breeze.
God.
One day, caught a big blue wave up onto the beach. Now he's dead. You see, a fish's dream should stay in the sea. But oh God, under the weight of life, things seem side. Oh God, remember the weight of life. Things seem brighter on the other side. No way, no way, no way.
It brightens up. And you hear Stefan is the glue to all this. Oh my god. Oh wow, that's the song. This is that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This song, Big Eyed Fish, this is the one. This is my favorite song I've heard thus far from the Lillywhite sessions. Oh my god. Everything about it just literally was perfect. Like, I can't think of a single thing I would have changed. That is so perfect melodically. I mean, I'm right there. It is just so, it's just like, just musical orgasm after musical orgasm hearing this melody. Oh my gosh. And then you have the sax, you have the violin, you have the bass, you have all of this moving melody, these accentuated moments in melody by the various other instruments. This is such a collaborative effort. I can only think the Dave Matthews Band are capable of something like this. This is like the level of that wailing version of Seek Up. I would put it in the same tier, but I think that version of Seek Up will just always be one of my favorite DMB performances. That might just be the the favorite of mine. There's also a couple of American Baby intro ones that I've heard that I really liked. Dancing Nancy's. Yeah, let's not get lost in that sauce for now. This is just delivering. So good, so good. Let's jump into Grace Is Gone.
Neon shines through smoky eyes tonight. It's 2 a.m., I'm drunk again. It's heavy on my mind.
This gentle acoustic
It's
melody.
heavy on my mind. I couldn't
Wow.
ever love again.
Small thing, but the way the sax just came in there, it was almost like lighting a candle. The flame
I
just
couldn't never love again
ignites off the
so
wick.
much as I love you. Where you end, where I begin is like a river going through.
Yeah, this song is so candlelit, whatever that means. Just the air, it's bright, but it's also relaxed.
Take my heart, take my eyes, 'cause I'll need them no more. If never again they'll fall upon the one I so adore. Excuse me, please, one more drink. Could you make it strong? 'Cause I don't need to think she broke my heart, my grace.
This is so beautiful.
Another drink and I'll move on.
I don't think I've properly appreciated this song in the past. Very impressed with its beauty.
One drink to remember, another to forget. How could I ever dream to find a love like this again? One drink to remember, another to forget. Excuse me, please, one more drink. Could you make it strong? 'Cause I don't need to think she broke my heart, my grace is gone. Another drink and I'll move on. One more drink and I'll move on.
Wow. I was not expecting to feel so much during this. Because I've heard Grace is Gone before, but it didn't strike me in this way, as it is now.
You think a thing's impossible, then the sun refused to shine. I woke with you beside me, your cold hand lay in mine. Excuse me, please, one more drink. Could you make it strong? 'Cause I don't need to think she broke my heart, my grace is gone. Another drink and I'll go. Excuse me, please, one more drink. Could you make it strong? 'Cause I don't need to think she broke my heart, my grace is gone. Another drink and I'll move on.
Wow.
One more drink.
I really don't know how to describe this thought that I'm having, and I'm going to do my best using one of my patented Sohum analogies, but somehow the way that Dave's vocal melody feels here, it is like analogous to saying something and, you know, trying to get your, let's say, voice heard or opinion heard in the context of a group, and you really put yourself out there, and then in the end you get ignored, and you just, instead of like trying again and revoicing the same thing, you kind of just give up. You know what I mean? So it's like you had that hope, you wanted to share that thing, you were excited to do so, and then a bit of that deflation comes in after when you are ignored. That is sort of how this melody feels to me, but it's less sad and tragic than that feeling may imply. There's a bit more of a brightness to it. So it's like we are reaching with the melody. We're reaching, getting more hopeful, and then we kind of temper our expectations. But rather than being sad and melancholic, this melody lands in a sort of neutral place. It's like, you know, I tried to say that thing in the context of this meeting and I was ignored, but I don't have to take it harshly. I don't have to take that as a slight against myself. It can just be a thing that happened and I can remain neutral to it, which, to make that weird analogy complete, is how I conceive of this melody. It kind of rises and then falls somewhere in the middle, kind of like stocks do. That may be one of my weirdest ones yet.
Another drink and I'll move on. One more drink and I'll move on. One more drink, my grace is gone. Oh, 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 oh.
otherworldly. And the melody becomes more hopeful almost, becomes more resilient. There's a little bit of like fortitude in the way Dave delivers those lines as the song progresses. Wow. That is such an interesting song. I wasn't expecting to be that surprised. Oh, and here's Captain. We love Captain over here. Oh. This is probably close to a Big-Eyed Fish. But honestly, Big-Eyed Fish like took me today.
Crazy as I may make my way through this world, oh, it's for no one but me to say what direction I should turn in.
This melody is so subtle. In the vocals and the guitar.
'Cause I am the captain.
And the emerging sax.
Wanting eyes and kissing lips, same as it was, and will remain until I'm done.
Yeah, in this chorus, the bass is providing so much like melodic cushioning for this melody because the sax is so distinct, and as it kind of emerges from nothing, you pair that with Dave's vocals doing its kind of bright, airy tone. You can distinctly hear those things, those elements, because the bass is so grounded.
Same as it was, and will remain until I'm done and gone. Strange, but it seems there's a mutiny brewing inside of me now.
So satisfying.
I don't want your pity, just the promise that I'll be alright. Oh. 'Cause I am the captain of this ship, curious hands and fingertips, same as it was, and will be till I'm gone. Oh, I know I'm a dreamer, still think it's strange. I won't be long for here. Oh, I know that I feel wait time over again.
Oh, wow. That part hits every time.
I'm buried like a cancer eating away inside of me. Oh, I don't want your pity, only the promise that I'll be okay now. Captain of this ship, curious hands and fingertips, same as it was before. Hey,
The falsetto. It's such a unique feeling that this song gives me. I don't even know how I described it the first time I heard it, because as I'm recalling how I felt the first time and as I feel now, it is a very hard feeling to like pinpoint. You know what I mean? but I love how it has me thinking, like, what is that feeling that I'm feeling right now from this? Because it is so special. Boyd, the sax. There. Oh my
Why
God.
should I be hypnotized by the promise of a long life? Why should I hold hope in tiny, tiny dribbles that ride by? Why should I lean everything upon? I won't be here long. Oh, I know I'm a dreamer. Still see the truth. I won't be long for here. Oh, it's so. But I think I'll lay this all of your name.
And then returning to this flow with Carter switching it up. It is so. What is it? I mean, I just don't know how to describe that taste. It's like when you discover like umami, that flavor for the first time. Like, there's no way to describe it other than umami. So what is this taste? There's got to be a better name to it, because it's putting me into an emotional tizzy where I feel like, man, I could cry. I feel so hopeful at the same time, but confused because I don't understand how I feel about it. And it's all good thoughts that I have. It's just definitely, to me, their most prog song off of their entire session so far. Yeah. This is definitely their most progressive song from a music theory perspective. All right, now we got Bartender, Please.
If I go,
I love this song. Let's hear how they performed this version of the session.
Brother of mine, please don't forget me if I go. Bartender, please fill my glass for me. Will the wine you gave Jesus that set him free after 3 days in the ground?
In the ground.
Oh, and if I die,
this is such a dynamic
for
song.
my time. Oh, sweet sister of mine, please don't regret me if I die.
I like the droning kind of violin sound and the sax blasting like that, almost like a foghorn.
That set him free,
providing the darker bassy sound.
Bartender, please fill my glass for me. Will the wine you gave Jesus that set him free after 3 days in the ground? I pray, bartender, please. Oh, when I was young, I didn't think about it. Now I can't get it out of my mind. I'm on bed, please, Father, please.
this song basically, because I don't think I've ever really sat down to think about the meaning of Bartender in the way that I should have, because when I heard like the version with Tim Reynolds and Dave Matthews, I was just so enamored by the music itself and the droning sound that they created. It took me a little bit away from the meaning, but the way I'm thinking about it now is this is basically a plea to a higher force asking for strength in the face of fear, pain, anxiety, an appeal for help and guidance. It's not something that I had thought of in that way before. Oops, gotta go back. Oh, that marching drum.
My soul away. Oh, dear mother of mine, please redirect me if this goes. Bartender, you see, the wine that's drinking me came from the vine that strung Judas from the devil's tree. His roots deep in the ground.
Those lyrics.
Bartender, you see, the wine that's drinking me.
That line, the wine that's drinking me, it is one of the coolest lines.
Came from the vine that strung Judas from the devil's tree. His roots deep in the ground.
I love the way that turned into a growl.
When I was young, I didn't think about it. Now I just wanna run and hide. I'm on bended knees, oh, bartender, please. Bartender, please.
His voice just channeled through my soul right there. Like a beam of light. It's so uplifting. Oh, even higher. Is he gonna push it again? It's like as he ascends, he's literally getting closer to heaven and having that conversation with God. But he emulated that feeling of, and that part of the story he's telling through that melody. It is just ascending us upwards. Wow. That is songwriting brilliance. syncopated moment right there. That is so insanely good. That feels exactly what you might hear when they do live jams like this. That felt the most like one of their live performances. Wow. And to be able to draw into that bag in a session where you don't even get that audience feedback, they bring pure uranium levels of energy, but less toxicity. God. My heart can't handle songs like this. It is so full throttle in the complete Dave Matthews Band way. Bartender, please and thank you. My God. That is a spiritual experience, man. Every version of Bartender has delivered. I almost feel the need to take a moment to just pause and reassess where I'm at. But also, that was the most insane performance out of everything we've heard thus far. And it's crazy how I'm sort of arriving, because I've been keeping some notes on the side here just so that I don't forget any of some of the specifics that I've been talking about here. But every single one of these tracks, in some way, shape, and form, has something so entirely unique about it. You can kind of characterize each one of these songs in a unique way, one that doesn't overlap, because you can just distinctly call out one of their personalities. They're that distinct from one another, at least in a few dimensions. Oof. Let's jump into the next one, Monkey Man. We all know how much Dave loves monkeys. This is a song we have heard.
Gonna get it all. Loving life now, living on on top, of lucky ones always get it all. Oh, I'm hungry. Don't wanna die like a little dog.
It's hard to find the one.
I can't get. I'm the monkey man with the great monkey plan. He's crazy, crazy little man. You got yourself.
That is a smooth chorus. Because you have this like syncopated riff, but that chorus was so smoothed out.
To say everything is fine now. Got to keep it up or fall behind. I got to keep it up or lose the edge we found. Drive faster. Build higher, still higher. Dig deeper down till what's down in the ground is found. Used up and then thrown out.
Wow.
Crazy, crazy little man.
Dude, this is going to be even weirder of an analogy, but if this like chorus feeling section is the marshmallow, then the section that precedes this is a graham cracker. That is the way it makes sense to me right now.
Crazy, crazy little man, what do
especially
you
here.
think you're doing here?
And now this is like some of that chocolate, and you've got a Dave Matthews Band s'mores. Wow, that chord is so cool. Yeah. Yeah, what a relaxing jam that is. Oh wow.
Big, beautiful world just for us. Good use, so we must put it to any way I can think to.
Yeah, it is hard to find the one. If you try to find it within this dun 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 dun, it kind of like runs around the one, but it never hits on the one.
Big, beautiful world just for us. Good use, so we must put it to any way I can think to use it up. What will I tell my grandsons? Grandsons,
8
I could
feet
weave
swing.
a fairy tale, a great Bible thumping scale. When he stands empty hands on his empty land, that's what happened here. Great, great monkey man, where did you think gray was the color of bliss? You think I don't know quite what to say, but I'm worried for myself in this. I'm hungry, don't wanna die like a little dog. Well, I eat what I can get from the monkey man. Great, great monkey plan. Crazy, crazy man, you got yourself tied in a pickle.
I love this strumming pattern so much. The way it feels in the rhythm is just satisfying.
Crazy, crazy monkey man, who is the one in the middle?
If you think hard enough, these two chords almost sound like the chord progression you may hear in Creep by Radiohead. But it changes here. But for that brief moment, I'm thinking Creep, Radiohead. relaxing.
Across the ice.
God, I love this melody.
Too quickly
This could be mashed up with
for us to
Creep.
reach
Absolutely.
the other side. It's cold in here, but the sun shines bright. Once there's upright, oh, the tide is rising higher. Look, it's strange.
God, it's so good.
Floating by. Looks just like homes that flow out right now. I will. Golden age. These golden times.
Dude.
Our golden days seem to have us hypnotized or blind. Well,
Wow. I can't unhear it. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I don't want the song to end. Oh. That's the minor 5 chord. And then I think the minor 4 and then into the minor 1. God. Oh. Ladies, gentlemen, we are going to listen to a big portion of that again. I hope you don't mind, or if you do, skip ahead, but dude. We have to hear that again. Again, I don't think I properly appreciated this song the first time I heard it. Let me pull it back somewhere here. Oh God, what a beautiful, beautiful melody.
mounts too quickly.
And the Dave's progression vocally,
the other side.
like finding that falsetto just sent it into overdrive.
It's cold in here, but the sun shines bright.
And the disconnect in the phrasing.
Once there's upright, oh, the tide is rising higher.
Da, 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 da.
It's strange, floating by. Looks just like homes that flow out right now. I will. Golden age, these golden times.
Oh, dude.
Our golden days seem to have us hypnotized or blind. Well,
Oh, and it somehow finds a little bit of a brighter tonality here. Perfectly building off of Dave. Oh, and the sax just coming right over the top. It is musical ecstasy, man. Ugh. This is phenomenal. I knew this was going to be such a fire reaction. I love these songs. You can hear Dave talking a little bit in that outro. Couldn't catch a single word, but bro, we are in the good times right now. Let me tell you. By golly. And for this to immediately follow Monkey Man, what a vibe. Such a jungle gym of a beat.
Hey, golden girl with your hair swinging down. All of this love you have going around. What will you do when the gold turns to gray? Have you thought now?
Do 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 do. That's a purely Phrygian, I think. That's crazy.
Cover yourself with the safety of the eyes.
It's like plucked ukulele again.
It's easier till your face dying. Oh, sweetest smile and a confident cover long. All of this longing you have done.
It's so interesting to have this Phrygian background. This is probably, for me, the hardest song to like figure out melodically. Because I hear the Phrygian background, but what's in front of me is very rhythmic, and what Dave is singing is not obvious to me melodically. So this one is definitely like running me through my paces right now in terms of like my own music theory knowledge and ability to remember this melody. This is a hard one. This one has me the most confused. Oh, cool. We get a bit of a Carter playground with this song.
Caught you just then. Hands were in the cookie jar. How can we say when you sneak off and go? I've no intention of losing my beard. I'll lay this on, and then we go again now.
It's so interesting. It's very complex. think this song is probably going to be at the bottom of my rankings for the Lillywhite sessions. But the thing is, I know that this is the kind of song that grows with you. As you listen to it more, you start picking up more of the nuances, and with that understanding, I think your enjoyment of the track improves. At least that's the kind of way I feel about it, because I'm having such a hard time understanding it, which is why I'm putting it in that kind of like mental category.
All the diamonds and the roses are raging and all bringing me down. Couldn't put Humpty back together again. Now the wall won't let it down. I'll walk in the slide away and reach all lady out. This is the short one and the short little lady.
Like returning to this section each time. Yeah. And then it brightens up again. It's like all over the place. Kind of a disconnected version of that Phrygian melody in this section. Carter. I heard that whisper. Yeah, Carter indeed. Yeah, I gotta be honest, like, what's going on? Can I pause it? Oh, I skipped too far back. Hold on. There we go. This song was the hardest song for me to understand. It really just did not make much sense to me. I think the jumps were very, like, out there, but the thing is, like, the melody is so subtle that it almost feels improper to say that the jumps are out there, because I don't know how out there they were, because the melody is so, like, ambiguous to me. Like, melodically, it's hard for me to latch on. Rhythmically, what Carter's doing, I mean, he's going crazy. Carter is putting on a clinic in this song. So basically, this song, like, to me, is like a kind of rhythmic jungle gym that, like, Carter is kind of like jumping around the monkey bars kind of thing, and inside that jungle gym is like this confusing melodic mess to me. That's why I say I think this is the kind of song that gets better with more listens, essentially. But I can appreciate each of the individual sections for what they are. I don't think it necessarily works for my ears. But yeah, that is a interesting track for sure. Kit Kat Jam. Let's jump into this one. Is it Raven? I think this is the last song, or maybe second to last.
Rise and graze on this. Future is a mess. Oh well, you take this thing from us, we give it in.
More of like a relaxed start.
What you got your thing? I feel been everything wrong. One know the thing.
way the rhythm is shaping up in this section. That's like that. This section is such a subtle difference from what we heard earlier. It almost feels like a parallel verse, but I think technically it is not. It's a new verse. It's a new melody.
Like
right here. It's slightly varied, I think. How much I want some more. She's all needed to me. Best thing I can come. Rises off and play with me. The sweetest one of all. Stairway. Oh, don't check your phone, just let us play. Go then, down stairway. Read your zone play. Rain on yeah. Say y'all get down, down, down. Oh, and leave here. Need to walk all around and round and round. So pleasant. It's a very pleasant vibe for an outro, I gotta say. Time to walk away, then rise out your way. They're very relaxed, just super groove heavy. Yeah, end on the high. Just push everything to its limit. Dude, what an insanely beautiful album. I can't believe this album gets flack at all. Like, it seems insane to me because every song had such a unique identity about it. And even at the end with Raven, I was thinking, like, wow, this song, with how pleasant it is, how relaxing and groovy it is, it almost feels like we're on an island listening to this. And, the sun is setting, the musicians are playing in front, and you're just enjoying some nice margarita. And it almost feels loopable with the first song that we heard, which Busted Stuff, right? It feels like where we ended could have been exactly where we start again with Busted Stuff. So this album is very cohesive. It just feels all threaded together with that air of darkness. I will agree. Melodically, I think in some moments we get a very either neutral kind of melodic approach or slightly melancholic. But even if we don't go melancholic and go in the positive direction, there's still some like fogginess to the air, whether that's coming from some of the subtle melodies or the chord voicings, the deep saxophone that we heard occasionally as well, provided a lot of that. So I guess I'll talk about the album at a very high level and then maybe give my top songs off of this one. So a very high level, there's definitely that air of darkness about it. I noticed too that routinely in a lot of these songs we would have the strings here, so the violin here playing, going crazy in certain moments, and in the left headphone would be the brass, and that would rotate and change on occasion, but usually there was this like kind of dual or call and response happening between those two, again creating really full melodic moments, especially when juxtaposed with a lot of the beautiful melodies we were hearing. Like I said in Big Eyed Fish, so many of those melodic moments that Dave is responsible for are being accentuated by the rest of the instrumentation. It is really, really satisfying and beautiful and impressive, and all of the adjectives you can think of and more. And I love throughout this entire performance, Carter was super tight in his delivery. He wasn't, not that he ever really does like fall out of tempo, but he was really keeping everything in lockstep. And the songs where he was going rhythmically more crazy, it's still all within this very well-oiled machine that he's created. He's like a welder or something, and he's really good at what he does. So everything that he wants to weld together stays there forever. Okay, that made no sense. Another point I'll raise is that the whole album and song to song, they're all so uniquely dynamic. In my note, I just wrote dynamic because there's just so much happening within a song and between the songs. Another note is I loved the way that they played with the panning. So not only did we hear those call and responses, but we also get some movement in either headphone, creating a very fun auditory experience, not just in one mono static place. And I guess the last broad point I will raise is I love these within that like dynamic umbrella. In the songs we would have these very rhythmic, heavy syncopated sections, and they would immediately be followed by these really pleasant legato sections. I think I noticed that dynamic switch the most consistently in what I heard in Lillywhite sessions, but you can probably poke holes in that as well. So man, super high level, what a phenomenal recording session. I can't believe, again, this got any criticism. This needs to be out there more. So what are my favorite songs? I think my first answer is Big Eyed Fish. This time around, just really, really took me over. And really, ever since Big Eyed Fish, every single song on this session was a banger. Big Eyed Fish into Grace Is Gone, which I didn't expect to be as beautiful as it was, but brought me nearly to tears there. Then jumping into Captain, another favorite of ours, the most prog feeling of the songs today. and with that very specific emotion that I can't quite label, it also goes in my top songs from this. And I think if I'm going to just continue to add stuff, Bartender and Monkey Man would probably be the last two on that list. So did I give 5 or how many did I give? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So basically for me, Big Eyed Fish all the way to Monkey Man are the bangers in this session. But let me know what you guys thought about the reaction, about any of the songs, about anything you really want to. Anything for the algorithm goes a long way over here. But that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did and would like to request one yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.